Okay, hello everyone. Tonight I'm going to be working on my mass defense game. So this is mass defense game part 2. Oh, we got some people in the chat already. We've got hi hello Finn B, Chen Kang Chu, and hi hello again. So hey, good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in. And yeah, I just wanted to work on this mass defense game. I've actually been working on it. I had to take a little bit of a train trip this weekend, and I was working on it on the train, and I've done some pretty cool stuff. So with that in mind, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go back and kind of try to recreate what I did on the train. So we'll see what we can do here. So first, let's take a look at what we have. Just real quick, I'm just doing this in Python. I'm not using Pygame. I'm using the Turtle module, and I'm using the Genie text editor or IDE, depending on whatever you want to call it. And for those of you who are curious about those sorts of things, I am using Ubuntu Linux, because I prefer Linux to Mac and Windows. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. This is what I was kind of working on. I wanted to see if I could do it. So here we go. Hi, hello. I'm just kind of working on different stuff now. So you can see here we've got the defenders. Oh, you can't see because I don't know why it's doing this. It's really annoying. It's popping up on the wrong screen. So I've got some defenders over here, and I've got some attackers over here, and they are coming this way. Question from Finn is, why do you actually not use Pygame? I do have one live thing with Pygame, and A, I'm just not as familiar with Pygame, to be honest. B, I like to use the Turtle module just because it's kind of cool to see how much I can push it, to see what it can do, and it's actually very, very capable. You should check out my Ultimate Python Turtle graphics tutorial, which I still haven't finished yet. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, so this is what we got. I want to go ahead and just kind of start adding some features to this. Now, because I was trying to get this to work, I was just trying to get it to work the other night, I made some really bad coding design decisions. And so what I want to do is I want to fix those and undo those bad design decisions. So what I'm going to do is, and again, this is probably not quite as beginner friendly. Hey, you're actually at, and yes, what about TKInter? You could use that too, I suppose. Actually, the Turtle module is built on TKInter. So I'm going to, yeah, again, this is not going to be quite as beginner friendly, but hopefully you'll get something out of it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a class for defenders, and it is going to be a child of the sprite class. And I'm going to say def init. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and copy the sprite one here. And copy that and do this. And I'm going to have to make quite a few changes here, so bear with me. And I'm going to initialize the parent class, which is sprite. Again, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, but I can't really chat too well and do this, just so you know. Sprite color unit. And yeah, idle's just fine. The only thing is idle just tends to run a little bit slower. I've noticed, at least with my students. Okay, defenders. I'm going to get rid of this because I'm going to be using the class thing from now on. So no more defender attacker. And dot append defender. Again, so if you missed part one, you just kind of jump in here. That's fine, but probably a lot of it won't make sense. So I'm gonna actually have to make an attacker one as well. And yeah, so let's do that. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and sprite. That was not correct. Go ahead and copy this. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm kind of redoing the code a little bit so I can use classes instead of what I was doing. So let's see here. And I gotta get rid of this thing. Okay, I gotta do weapons. So I gotta do, let's see, I'm gonna call this class defender weapon. And I never actually made attacker weapons. We'll get to that eventually. But I'll go ahead and, well, I'll just leave it like it is. So don't need that. Attacker weapons, pen, defender weapon, defender weapon. Okay. Yeah, Chen Kang Chu. Stress out, delete, and replace code and be amazed it works. That is like the story of my life. Anyas, what do you do when you have a problem that you can't solve? A lot of times, I just leave it. I just go away and sleep on it, and it just kind of works. It just kind of comes to you at some point. And Finn has some good advice there. Use print statements to debug and diagnose your problem. Yeah, so there's some ideas there in the chat. So thanks to everybody for kicking in there. Let's see here. Let's see if see what I broke. Doing that. Okay, so got some errors. Okay, init is missing one positional argument, line 66. Okay, 66. Okay, so sprite. Yeah, so sprite is looking for the unit, so we gotta get rid of that. So what I was doing is I was using that unit variable in place of actually doing proper class structure. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy render. I'm gonna copy move. I'm gonna keep collision because that works for everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there and see what I gotta fix. So for sprites, render, yeah, render's really messed up, but yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. So everything moves the same, so that should be fine. Yeah, render I gotta fix here in a minute. Okay, all right, so move. Okay, since now I'm inside the defender class, so I don't need, well, I still need that. Actually, I don't need that. Oh, the defenders don't move, at least so far. So I'm gonna actually take that complete thing out. So I don't need it yet. A defender weapon, I'm gonna take this out. Okay, and it's not gonna be an attacker because it's a defender. I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit, the air got a little bit drier. So, and if it's a defender weapon, okay, so that's not gonna happen. Okay, attackers are not weapons. Let's do that. And yeah, I hope this works. Order checks, that's gotta go back here. And let's see here, weapon, that's fine. Okay, we know it's a weapon, so we don't need to check for it anymore. And okay, so hopefully, or actually, I'm thinking about doing some HTML tutorials. I do a little HTML with my students, so I should do that. Neat. Okay, cool. And okay, hi, hello. Just since you're asking about that, I'm using Genie. A lot of people recommend VS Code, which is really good. I do have a video about that. If you check it out somewhere in my list of videos, that does come up. All right, let's see if we can get this thing working. Nope. Okay, self unit is not defined, line 30. All right. Okay, again, I got rid of the whole unit thing, so we don't need that anymore because we're going to be using the classes instead. Okay. Line 59. A shot. Okay, so rendering. That was dumb. Wrong button. Okay, let's do that. Crikey. Defender object. Line 56. Defender object. Okay. And actually the defender I want to make twice the size. So I'm going to make the pen shape double. That's for those of you following along at home. Oh, crikey. Line 102. And this is what happens. Okay, so this is in the attacker class, so I don't need that anymore. And this is in the attacker class, so I don't need the if statement to make it bounce. All right. Actually, I want to fix that too, because that looks bad. So I'm going to make that 390 and 390. FinB. Yeah, I got a ton more views during quarantine. I did a lot more because I was quarantined too. Um, and why don't I use Cython? Yeah. Again, there's all kinds of things you can do, but that's not really my purpose. Um, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm with Finn on this one. So okay, let's see if we can get this sucker running. Oh my gosh, finally! All right. So here is, so yeah, wow. Okay, so it's doing what I wanted, which is nice. Okay, now you can see there's still no collisions between the attackers and these guys over here. That's fine. This is what I wanted. So just real quick, just to show you what I did, was I took my original sprite class, fixed some of the code, and then I created child classes. So in this case, Defender, and notice I have a render method for Defender, which is a little different because the size is double. And I have a Defender weapon render method because the size is 0.2. And I have the move is a little bit different. So when the weapon goes off the screen, it gets set back. Actually, I want to change this a little bit as well. Like later, well, it won't matter now, I guess. We'll do it later. Attacker. And the other thing I want to add here is I want to add a variable for heading. And I'm just going to set everything to 0 for now. And I'll explain what I'm doing that in a minute. Defender, sprite, defender weapon, yeah, okay, defender move, dxdy, yep. Okay, all right. So, yeah, so you can see here, I do have a heading for the attackers, but then I do this dx and dy thing, and I want to get rid of that. I want to use angles and speed. So I'm going to go up here to sprite, and I already have speed. All right, that's good. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to convert from angles to dx and dy. Again, you guys are having a great chat, which is cool. I don't even know if you've been listening. So, actually, and Chen, since you mentioned Flask, I actually started using Django for the first time this week. It's pretty cool. A little complicated, but pretty cool. Yeah, Chang, I'm actually watching the Corey Schaefer Django. Yeah, Omar, I thought about that. I think you said you're like 10 years old. I don't really want to be emailing children. So if your parents want to contact me, they can contact me through Twitter or something like that. That would be fine. But I do not wish to email children. So sorry about that. Yes, but thanks for coming back. Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate for adults to be emailing children. So, yes, Omar, I just answered that. So, yeah. Okay, so what I need to do is, now I've probably broken everything again. So, let's see. I need to calculate. I'm going to have to do a little math here. Where's my terminal at? So basically, I can never remember what it is. So it's Python 3. So import math. So I'm going to say heading equals 0. And I'm going to say math.sine 0. Okay, math.cosine 0. Okay, got it. Alrighty. So for those of you that aren't quite as math friendly, what I'm doing there is I'm calculating how to change a heading into a dx and dy. Yeah, coding is. Why don't you make a bot that answers live stream questions? Not a bad idea. Okay, Omar deleted. Omar, you message deleted by the Google moderator team. So yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what you wrote there. But yeah, so be cool. Okay, Rockshit, I am using Ubuntu. Okay, Omar, please do not post your mother's email. That's not a good idea. Right. Ask her to contact me through Twitter or something that I can publicly see who she is. Okay, so I'm going to hide that email. Then Omar, I cannot help you. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. I just don't think I thought that one through, and again, I remember you said you were a child, and I don't think it's appropriate for me to be emailing you. If I had a child, I would not want my child emailing some person on the internet. And I always tell my students not to contact people, random strangers on the internet, so it's not a good thing. Even though I'm reasonably trustworthy. So yeah, okay. So here's what I gotta do. So I'm changing things from this. I'm still gonna use dx and dy, but I'm actually gonna base my dx and dy on the speed and heading. This is gonna give me some pretty cool options. So watch what I do here. So in the move method, I'm gonna calculate the dx. So I'm going to say self.dx equals math dot, where is it? Cosine, I think it's cosine for this one. Yeah, math dot cosine self dot heading. Self dot dy equals math dot sine self dot heading. And times self.speed times, oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, my trackpad's really overly obnoxious. Self.speed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just copy that because I'm going to need that everywhere I have the move thing. Yeah. And I didn't need to, I could have just put this all together into one thing, but I like to type it out so people understand what I'm doing and why. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, that's going to be problematic. Okay, well, I'll figure that out later. Okay. Yeah, Chen's right. Yeah, you don't want to share email through chat. And hi, Anish. Again, if you need to contact me, again, the best way is to contact me through Twitter. That's basically my public contact information. If you can't use Twitter, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. Let's see here. Now, what did I? No, by doing that, what did I screw up? Okay, so you can see here where I code the dy directly. So I'm going to say defender weapons -1. This is still, I still got to update this. Dot heading equals random dot rand int, and it should be around 180. So about, let's say 160 to 200. And yeah. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Now the heading's gonna be, why am I even setting the heading? Equals 0. Actually, I don't need to do that. Defender weapons. Okay, we'll do that. And attackers heading equals 180. That's good. And defenders don't move. Oh yeah. And attackers -1 dot heading equals random dot rand int. We'll try 160 to 200. Get rid of the heading. Okay, guys, just so you know, like, I'm not allowing any messages that I cannot understand. I don't know. I assume you're being polite, but I don't know for a fact that you are. So if you guys could stick to English, I'd appreciate that. -1 dot speed equals random dot rand int. Try 2 to 5. See what happens. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, I didn't think so. Math is not defined. That's an easy one to fix. Got to import math. Hey, thanks. Thank you. How do you do that? Appreciate that. Okay, good. All right. Well, it's kind of working. That's not quite what I wanted, but it's definitely doing something. It's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, let's see what I did wrong there. Heading. All right, let's go back to attackers. Yeah, this is going to be a problem, but I'll figure it out later. All right, let's set the heading of the attackers to 180. That should get them to move left. Let's see what that does. Okay, so you can see how they're moving down. So I must have the wrong math here somewhere. Let's see, let's go back to this. Sine 0 is going to be dy. That's correct. Okay. Ah, duh. Okay. Yes, actually, I am living in Tokyo. Oh, you don't have to call me sir. That's fine. I'm okay. My students just call me Mr. Thompson. That's fine. But yeah, I appreciate any show of courtesy. I'm fine with. let me try. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay, so the problem was that I am using headings, and headings are in degrees. Degrees have to be converted to radians, and the formula for that is anyway. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Where is Google at? Oh, there it is. I'm just googling convert degrees to radians. How do you convert degrees to radians? And pi over 180. Okay. All right. Self.heading. So what I gotta do is in the heading. Oh, I hate radians. Okay, so in here I do times pi, which is 3.14159, and divided by 180. So I'm converting degrees to radians. I should probably just make a function to do this, but I'm going to be lazy and not do that. Thanks. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. Yes, Yosh. Okay. Good. Okay, making progress. I'm going to go back down to where I make the attackers. Again, this code's still really ugly. I will fix it at some point, but it's doing what I wanted to do, so I'm happy. F5. Okay, so now... Okay, so you see they're going in slightly random directions, but they're not bouncing, which is what I wanted to happen. So this is always a problem. Chen, no, the heading attribute is not built in. And Finn, yes, I'm from the United States. But I've lived abroad most of my adult life, so I tend to mix, just different accents sometimes and expressions. Yeah, hi, hello. I mean, if I'm going to do that much work, I'll just do a full tutorial. These live streams are just really just kind of for fun and just to kind of talk to people. And Finez, yes, of course I can speak. Well, I shouldn't say of course, but yes, I do speak Japanese. So, konbanwa. Let's see here. How do I get that to bounce? Okay, I think I'll know what I'll do. So what I did here, so if y is greater than 390, I want it to bounce. And I've never quite gotten the right formula for this, but I will figure it out. Yeah, Chen, I wouldn't use weeb. I don't particularly care for that expression. I don't think it's a good thing. So what is 390? So if I'm going that way, so I'm going to say self.heading equals random.rand int. So it should have to go down, so that would be 190 to 210. Let's try that. And then we'll do the opposite if self.y is less than negative 390. Oops, negative 390. Self. And if my students did this, I would complain because they didn't use elif. I'm really strict on that kind of stuff. Then I would go ahead and forget to do it. Random.rand int. And I want to go the other side. So that's 170 to 30, so 140. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sebastian, you are not wrong. You are definitely not wrong on that one. If you, yeah, you're definitely not wrong. Definitely not wrong on that one. But it's powerful enough. I find here on my Linux device I can get pretty good results. Okay, oops, screwed that up. The speed, but you know, my purpose really isn't to make games, as they say, so much as just to kind of figure out how games are made and to teach. So it definitely works for my purposes. Okay, 140 to 170. Got to be low to high on that one. Okay, so it looks like they're bouncing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. They're scrolling back around. Okay, let's fix the weapons. Defender weapons. So let's go ahead and copy this. And, oh no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, see ya, Omar. Take it easy. Hi, hello. How can you be my student? Move to Tokyo and join my school where I work. I'm thinking about doing some like online classes and things at some point, but I haven't really got around to it. I'm just really busy. Okay, so different sign. Okay, this was I did some really bad code on this. So this is not ideal, but this is a little bit of an improvement. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for each weapon, if the weapon is not active, I'm going to choose a random defender. So defender equals defenders, sorry, random dot choice defenders, and it will go to that defender and shoot. Again, this is not an ideal solution, but it'll work. And then, yeah, let's try that, see if that works. You'll be there in 45 years. Okay, hi, hello. Okay, well, that did not work. And weapons, when I create the weapons. Where did I make the weapons? There we go, weapons. Okay, and I need to give the weapons a speed. Defender, weapons, -1. Actually, I can just do that up here. So, defender weapon, and we'll say self.speed. We'll just set it to 10 for now. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we're kind of back to where we started. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're actually, this is, again, like I said, this is not particularly a beginner tutorial. But some people like to watch people code, so hopefully that'll work. And hello to Pranju. Okay, so I'm happy with this. This is working. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I want to get these to aim at the enemies. And that's going to take some math too. So I want to Google that one. So find heading between 2 points. So there's a little bit of math involved here. And I've always had trouble with this one, but I will pull it up here and see if we can figure this one out. Jeez, oh man. Wow, okay. Okay, that one's a little too hard. So convert degrees to, no, so find heading. Find angle between 2 points. Take care, Rakshit. Yeah, Anish, I'm glad to hear that. Over. Okay, thanks, Chen. See ya. Okay. Angle between 2 points. 5 by 2 points. And let's take a look here. Okay, there we go. Put the angle between the line to find these 2 points on the horizontal axis. There we go. I knew that it was tan. All right, double so angle. All right. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna copy that because that's exactly what I need. Now this is in Java, or maybe C, but let's see here. So okay, so when I create, so when the weapon fires, I want it to actually aim towards one of the enemies, one of the attackers. So let's see here. Find enemy. I need to destroy, to aim at. Okay, so first what I gotta do is I gotta go attacker equals attackers. Sorry, random dot choice attackers. Okay, and then here's the formula. So heading equals atan. It's probably math. Try math.atan2. So it's y2 would be the attacker dot y. This would be the defender dot y. Attacker dot x minus attacker dot x. No, it would be defender dot x. And since I converted it already in the other section, I don't need to have that there. And then I'm going to say weapon. Get rid of the dx because we don't use that anymore. I'm going to say weapon dot heading equals, well, I'll just copy this. We don't need the whole thing then. Then hopefully what will happen is each weapon will aim. Okay. Yeah, bummer about Eddie Van Halen, but I'm going to go ahead and block you because that's annoying. But yeah, I am pretty sad about Eddie Van Halen myself. I do play guitar. I've been playing guitar almost all my entire life. Okay, and let's see here. Still shooting to the right. That's not what we wanted. Let's try this. What did I do wrong here? Weapon.heading. Weapon. Defender weapon. Okay, we already done that. Okay. Heading. And did I do this wrong? Well, it should be working. Okay, take care, Finez. I've already blocked him. Hi, hello. Do your students like you? I guess some do. You might be one of my students. Who knows? You could be here undercover. Technorax, I am making one of those games where you have like defenders and enemies, and here, watch. I'll try and show you what I have so far. Like that. So you got the defenders, you got the enemies coming, but these guys should not be moving to the right. I don't know why they're doing that. I thought I fixed that. True. Heading. All right. So print weapon dot heading. Okay. So there's all kinds of different numbers there. That's good. Okay. Yeah, yeah, thanks, Pronshu. I didn't really know what kind of game to call this. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious about that one. Okay, so this seems to be working, but they're still going to the right. No, what did I do wrong somewhere? That's right. Self speed equals 10. That's good. DX heading, right? Yeah, that's fine. That was good. That's fine. Yeah, Cody Mees. I'm thinking about doing some more advanced stuff later. Definitely data structure stuff because it's stuff that I teach. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's funny. Actually, it's funny. Technorax, you mentioned the fluffy potato. I saw him posted on Reddit today. I am trying to read every single chat message, but not all of them. But anyway, I'm trying to fix the stupid weapons aren't going in the right direction. Why is that? Attacker. This should be working. DY. Yeah, that's fine. Move. Alright, I change that down here. For weapon, defender weapons. If weapon active equals false, then we're set. Defender. Attacker minus defender, attacker minus defender. Huh. Yeah, this is annoying. Okay, print. Okay, got it. Okay, so this is already in radians. I've got to switch it to degrees. Convert radians to degrees. Times 57.2958 times 57.298. All right, well, live and learn. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Okay, now this is gonna get cool. So as you get fewer and fewer, they should be aiming. Let's see here. Is it working or no? Okay, so it looks like they're aiming now. Oh, thank you. Abudaya, appreciate that. Oh, I forgot. Okay, okay, they keep coming back. Okay, I'm getting confused because my original game, I did a lot of changes. Okay, I think this is doing what I want it to do. The next thing I want to do is when I actually kill an attacker, okay, seriously, it moves the attacker off the screen. What I actually want to do now is I actually want to go ahead and remove the attacker from the list. So I'm going to say attackers.remove attacker. That's probably will cause an error at some point. Hi, hello. Have you ever thought of using Unity or Unreal Engine? No, I have not. Because, again, I think they're really cool. I think they do there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with that, and they're really, really powerful. For my purposes, again, my purposes are not to make games. My purpose is to teach how to make games. And I tend to focus on the basic programming side of things because that's what I teach. That's what I do professionally. I teach middle school and high school computers. Game engines like Unity are fantastic. They allow you to create and do some impressive stuff out of the box, but I really think it's important to learn the basics. So yeah, that's kind of my take on those sorts of things. Okay, so yes. Gone. Okay, and they're still shooting the wrong way. Okay, killed them all. Okay, that's the other thing. So what I'm going to do here is check for a win. Check for a win. So if length of attackers equals 0, print the defenders win. And time.sleep. Pause the game for about 5 seconds. Well, I'll do it 3 seconds because I'll get impatient. And I'm going to exit the game. Okay, and alrighty. Okie, and let's try that again. Okay, so we're shooting. Wow. See, they're still going. Those ones are still going off the screen. Okay, that's annoying. All right, I gotta fix that. Oh, let's get rid of that. Hang on a second. Attacker. Okay. Oh, I forgot to deal with if the attacker moves off the screen. Okay, so moves off screen. Okay, so if attacker dot if self dot x is less than negative 600, self dot x plus equals random dot rand int 1200 to I'll say 1500. Okay, here we go. Yep, and I forgot the colon. All right, let's try it again. And happy coding to you, Raymart. Ouch, Raymart. That's a tough day. Yeah, coding. I think it's just a bug in the turtle module. So you can see how they're kind of aiming at that particular, but the aiming mechanism isn't very good because I don't know if they're ever going to hit it. Oh, that was different. See that coming. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a bug in the turtle module. And import time. Okay. All right. Now let's. I'm going to shoot up the number of enemies here. I'm going to make it 400 and see what happens. Now this is where it's going to start to slow down. Oh, the other thing is, yeah, I have 10 defenders and 50 weapons. So let's make it a little bit more equal. And so basically 1 weapon per defender and see what happens. Okay, so here we go. Import, hello. Import, basically, there are something called modules, which are not part of Python, the core language, but they come with Python, and you can add tons and tons of modules that allow you to do different things. For example, we're using the turtle module, which basically gives you the ability to do what's called turtle graphics. Okay, so it's working. I'm happy with where I'm at here. Okay, so coding made easy. I cannot use wind sound because I am on Linux. It does not work on Linux, but I will add sound eventually. Just not today. Let's get that back to full screen. Okay. Okay. Well, I gotta deal with collisions with the defenders. Okay, so that's it. Check for collisions with anyone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this because I'm kind of a lazy guy, and ooh, that's not what would happen. So I'm gonna basically kind of copy this and see what I can do here. There's between enemy and defenders. Okay, so for see, attacker in attackers. And I need to check that with, oh, I already have attacker and attackers, so I'll make this for defender and defenders. In defenders. Okay, for attacker and attackers. If attacker is collision with defender. Now notice I made the defenders bigger. So I need to make this number 12 into 22. 22? Good. No, I need to make it 20. I need to make it 30. And attackers, remove attacker. Defender. Yeah, I gotta fix all that stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's see it. So now what should happen when the attacker hits one of the defenders, it should die. Yeah, that's working. Okay, that's what we wanted. Yeah, coding made easy. One of my kind of principles when I teach is to try to use as few modules that other people have created as possible. Why is only one weapon firing? That's really weird. And now no weapons are firing. That's kind of odd. Oh, I know why. Okay, I'll fix that later. And hi, hello. Don't you think there are too many attackers? No, I don't. This is for fun. But yeah, coding made easy. Instead of doing so much math, yeah, again, this is why people young coders don't know how to do any coding. It's a little pet peeve of mine that coders, you see on Reddit, you see questions, is there a module to do X? And sometimes you need a module to do stuff. Fair enough. But it's stuff that they could figure out and just do a little bit of math. And I think if you don't know the basics, it's really going to hurt you long term. Okay? And perhaps you don't have to call me sir. I do appreciate it, but it's not necessary. Unless you're one of my students, then you better call me Mr. Thompson. I do know not a lot, but some of my students do subscribe to this. Okay, so what did I have to fix? Oh yeah, the weapon. Attacker, weapon. Yeah, so I got to do the border checks. So if the weapon goes off the screen, or self.x is less than -600, or self.y 300, or self.y is less than -300. Is it 300 or actually I think it's 400. 400. That'll be off the screen. Okay, let's try it again. And notice, I'm making a change and then I'm testing it. Okay. Coding made easy. You are very happy. I appreciate that you're talkative. I can't always answer. You have a lot of good ideas, and I just do things a certain way. You're not wrong at all. I just have a way I like to do things. Okay, all right, there we go. So that you can see how the defenders win. Okay, I'm happy with this. This is what I want to see. Now, next thing. This is going to make the game, I think, a lot more interesting. And I want to give each player health. So self.health equals, we'll start with 0. We'll say 10, just make it easy. 10. And then I'm going to make the defenders are pretty big. So when I create a defender, I want the defender to have health of, say, 50. The weapons don't need health. They just hurt. And the attacker should have health, and say self.health equals 10. Okay. And then when a weapon hits an attacker, enemy weapons, okay. What I've been doing is I've been killing the attacker. But what I want to do is I'm going to say attacker.health minus equals random.randint. We'll say anywhere from 3 to 7. And then what we got to do is check the health. If attacker.health is less than or equal to 0. Then we remove the attacker. Okay. Else, what I want to do is I want to move the attacker back a little bit. Attacker, let's say temp. How can I do that? Okay, I know. Attacker dot x plus equals weapon dot dx. Attacker dot y plus equals weapon dot dy. Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. Okay. So what should happen is that when I hit it with a weapon, it should bounce back a little bit. Maybe. Yes. You see, if you look at it, you see how they're bouncing back. And they don't always die every time. So this is good. This is what I wanted. I'm happy with this.